Welcome to Unspoken Minutes. History is full of moments where a single voice tried to sound the alarm, only to be ignored, doubted, or silenced. Today, we're sharing the stories of 20 people who tried to warn us about terrible disasters. Some were heroes, some were experts, some were ordinary citizens, but all tried to prevent tragedy. Let's discover who spoke up and what happened when the world didn't listen. Number 20. Roger Boisjoly Challenger Space Shuttle Disaster. Boisjoly, an engineer at NASA contractor Morton Theocol, warned for months that the shuttle's O-ring seals could fail in cold weather. His urgent memos were ignored, and the Challenger exploded in 1986, killing all aboard. Number 19. Dr. Li Wenliang, COVID-19 outbreak. In late 2019, Dr. Li tried to warn his colleagues in Wuhan about a new, dangerous virus. Authorities silenced him, but his message eventually reached the world. Tragically, Dr. Li died from COVID-19, becoming a symbol of truth-telling under pressure. Number 18. Ignaz Semmelweis, handwashing and childbed fever. In the 1800s, Dr. Semmelweis discovered that handwashing could save women's lives during childbirth. His ideas were mocked and rejected by the medical community, only to be proven correct decades later. Number 17. William Murdoch, Titanic disaster. The Titanic's first officer, Murdoch, spotted the iceberg and gave desperate orders to avoid it. But warnings about ice had been coming in for hours. His actions saved some, but the tragedy was unstoppable. Number 16. Stanislav Petrov, the false nuclear alarm. In 1983, Petrov, a Soviet officer, received a warning of incoming U.S. missiles. He doubted the system and chose not to retaliate, preventing a possible nuclear war. His caution and intuition averted global disaster. Number 15. April. Jace warning about abusive husband. April Jace warned friends and family about her husband's violent tendencies. Despite her pleas, the system failed to protect her. She was later murdered by him, shining a spotlight on domestic abuse and ignored warnings. Number 14. John O'Neill, 9/11 attacks. A top FBI counterterrorism agent, O'Neill repeatedly warned that Al-Qaeda was determined to attack the U.S., especially with planes. His warnings were dismissed by higher-ups, and tragically, O'Neill died on September 11th as head of security at the World Trade Center. Number 13. Rachel Carson, environmental disasters. In the 1960s, Carson's book Silent Spring warned of the dangers of pesticides like DDT. She faced fierce backlash from chemical companies, but her warning sparked the modern environmental movement. Number 12. Alan Turing, German Enigma codes. During World War II, Turing's warnings about the strength of German codes led to the creation of the code-breaking team at Bletchley Park. His efforts helped end the war sooner and saved countless lives. Number 11. Harry Markopolos, Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme. Markopolos, a financial analyst, repeatedly warned the SEC that Bernie Madoff was running a massive Ponzi scheme. He was ignored for years until Madoff's fraud collapsed, devastating thousands of investors. Number 10. Minoru Yamasaki, Twin Towers' structural weaknesses. As the World Trade Center's architect, Yamasaki raised concerns about the tower's vulnerability to airplane impacts. His warnings were not heeded, a tragic factor in the 9/11 collapse. Number 9. Michael Mann, climate change. Climatologist Dr. Mann warned of global warming's devastating impacts since the 1990s. His hockey stick graph became iconic, but for years his findings were dismissed by politicians and lobbyists. Number 8. Christa McAuliffe's students, Challenger concerns. Before the Challenger launch, some students wrote NASA letters expressing worry about the mission's safety. Though children, their instincts proved chillingly correct. Number 7. Cynthia Cooper, WorldCom accounting scandal. As an internal auditor, Cooper blew the whistle on WorldCom's massive accounting fraud. Her warnings led to one of the biggest financial scandals in U.S. history. Number 6. Dr. John Snow, London cholera epidemic. In 1854, Dr. Snow traced a deadly cholera outbreak to contaminated water, urging city officials to close the Broad Street pump. His discovery laid the groundwork for modern epidemiology after many deaths. Number 5. Edward Snowden, NSA surveillance. Snowden, a former intelligence contractor, revealed the massive scale of government surveillance. His warnings ignited global debates about privacy, but he remains in exile for his revelations. Number 4. Richard Clarke, pre-9/11. Terrorism threats. The White House counterterrorism advisor repeatedly warned of Al-Qaeda's threat before 9/11, even requesting urgent meetings that were denied. Clark's warnings haunt policymakers to this day. Number 3. Niels Bohlin, car safety belts. Swedish engineer Bohlin invented the 3-point seatbelt and warned automakers that it could save millions of lives. Some companies resisted, but his invention is now standard and essential for safety. Number 2. Ken Saro-Wiwa, Niger Delta pollution. Activist and writer Saro-Wiwa warned for years about oil pollution, destroying the Niger Delta in Nigeria. He was arrested and executed for his activism, but his legacy endures in global environmental justice. Number 1. William Rodriguez, 9/11 survivor's warning. A janitor at the World Trade Center, Rodriguez heard explosions in the basement moments before the first plane hit. He tried to warn others and helped rescue dozens. His account remains controversial, but highlights the chaos and missed signals of that day. Final thoughts. These 20 voices remind us that warnings, no matter how small, can mean the difference between disaster and safety. Sometimes listening to a single person can change history. Which story resonated with you most? Did we miss any famous warnings? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Unspoken Minutes for more powerful stories and untold truths from history. Thanks for watching.